Okay, so welcome to Hit or Miss. Budget gave us technical difficulties, as is tradition for all of our podcasts. So thank you, Budget, or excuse me, MK Outdoor Journal, or the guy known as Mike.
Whatever.
I want to be like Mike.
No, I'm Mike.
Oh, you guys are both Mike.
Yeah,
I forgot about that.
Yeah, we're part of the Mike. We're part of the Mike militia.
The Mike guy.
Hey, you've got your Travi.
Absolutely.
The Mikes have the Mike militia. You know, even
we're like 8 strong now, bro. There's like 8 of us now.
Even Aussie's part of the Mike militia.
Oh man.
Oh, so Gunmetal Guy USA's out there in the chat. Hey, what's going on, buddy? Who we got out there? We got Kingpin and Gabriel, Warsaw Patriot. We got Mike pulling double duty out there. So that's who we got out there. Let's go through the room, see who we got in here. Travis, why don't you go and introduce yourself to the people?
Hey everybody, this is Travis P11, Pisces. No, I'm just kidding. Hey, what's going on, guys? This is Travis P11, and make sure you subscribe to Night Strike. Make sure you subscribe over there to MK Outdoor Journal. Good channels. Other than that, just check out my podcast at 8 a.m. Saturday mornings called Caliber Corner, but I need to make an announcement. I won't be doing a show on Saturday because I have work and gun range obligations. That's all I'm going to say. So no Caliber Corner this Saturday. Don't worry. We'll be back. If you're lonely, go ahead and go back and watch one of 200 plus episodes over 4 seasons. We'll keep you entertained for days. But thanks for the invite, man. I appreciate it.
Yeah, no problem.
Cool.
There's no data. What does it say? No data. Oh, there it goes. All right. Anyways, Mike, go ahead. Introduce yourself.
For those who don't know, I'm Mike with MK Outdoor Journal. Thanks for the invite. I know I hardly ever drop by, but
yeah,
I figured
hardly ever drop by.
I figured I hardly ever drop by, so I probably should tonight. So, hi.
Okay, Rolis Carvello says good evening from I-75 northbound in Georgia. So, all right. Defense status out there. All right, so we got a couple topics to talk about tonight. Travis, we were getting into international things last week.
Yes.
Yeah. This week we're going international again because did you hear that there was a shooting in an Italian prison after a drone dropped off the gun?
I was like, how's that possible? Europeans aren't allowed to own firearms.
I know they're not allowed to, but they didn't see the drone dropping off the gun.
Maybe they thought they were dropping off like some breadsticks or a pizza or something. I mean,
maybe. I don't know if they'd even let the pizza in. Maybe the breadsticks
in the jar. Okay, that's what I would do. But
maybe the breadsticks. I'd let them have the breadsticks. I wouldn't let them have the pizza. No, siree. No. But no. This is an article from BearingArms.com by Tom Knighton. He says anti-gun Second Amendment activists will swear up and down that it's impossible to keep guns out of the hands of at least most criminals. They just think we need more gun control laws on the books. It's not a failure of anything to hear them say it, other than our inability to pass their preferred legislation. I mean, it's not like drones could smuggle guns into our inner cities or anything, right? Nope, we just need more gun control. Well, Italy has a lot of gun control. More than the anti-Second Amendment activists say they're interested in, at least for now. Additionally, prisons have even more control over guns, or at least you think so. But, in case you thought I pulled the whole drone thing out of my posterior, an Italian prisoner has shot at fellow inmates through the bars of their cell with a weapon believed to have been smuggled in by a drone. 28-year-old man who has links to the Neapolitan mafia fired 3 shots on Sunday at prisoners he had argued with, but without injuring them, said Donato Capici, the head of the SAP prison union. The man had gotten permission to leave his cell to have a shower, and once the door was open, he pulled out the gun and pointed it at a guard, forcing him to hand over his keys to the other cells. Capici said. Unable to open the cells of his enemies, the inmate shot through the bars instead. The man used an illegal mobile phone to call his lawyer, who advised him to turn his weapon over to authorities in the high-security prison about 60 miles southeast of the capital, Rome. We assumed that the weapon arrived by drone. Well, gee, yeah, I could have told you that.
See, I'm telling you, man, people will do bad things if they want to do bad things, and you're not going to stop them. They'll find a way to do it, man.
I know, but this is like the epitome that gun control doesn't work. Even in prison.
Fake news.
No, it's not.
This is fake news. It didn't happen.
No,
it
not.
couldn't have happened. It couldn't have happened. They're not allowed to have guns in prisons.
I know.
They have rules against that kind of thing.
I know.
Yeah.
I know, but apparently,
yeah, I got to agree with the other Mike on that one.
Apparently, it did. It happened.
All right. So, what else is going on in the world?
So, you know, I don't want to go on to that because we all know the rest of it. The rest of it is just, you know, supporting what we just said. So, but it's ridiculous. A prisoner got a gun dropped off at the prison by drone. Come on. That's pretty bad.
Mm-hmm.
So,
that was an Aerosmith song, wasn't it? Luigi got a gun. Luigi got a gun. Dun, 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 dun.
Nah, I think it's Mario.
Luigi got a gun. Mario's on the run.
Yeah, but no. Everyone's favorite Missouri couple is in you know, the news again.
You mean Foose and his girlfriend?
No, the other ones, but the McCloskeys.
Oh, okay. Who else lives in? Nobody else lives in Missouri.
Now what they do? Or
Not
now
of any
what
kind
are
of
they
notoriety. What?
McCloskeys could have law licenses suspended after guilty pleas. The state of Missouri's chief disciplinary council, who oversees ethical complaints against lawyers, is urging the state's Supreme Court to suspend the law licenses of Mark and Patricia McCloskey after the pair pled guilty to a misdemeanors related to their display of firearms outside their home last summer, while hundreds of protesters marched through their gated community on their way to demonstrate outside the home of then Mayor Lydia Crewson. According to Alan Pratzel, who served as the chief disciplinary counsel since 2007, the couple's indifference to public safety and moral turpitude are so serious that they shouldn't be allowed to practice law for at least 6 months, despite the fact that they both received a pardon from Governor Mike Parson.
Meh.
Yeah, I know. It's
They'll
like
get him back.
they'll get him back anyways. But again, you know, Parcel cited a host of other Missouri cases in which lawyers were disciplined for crimes involving moral turpitude, which he can stick his moral turpitude up his patootie for all I care. But that's my opinion. He recommended the Supreme Court indefinitely suspend the McCloskey's licenses with no leave to reapply for reinstatement for 6 months. The governor pardoned both of them on July 30th, but in his motion, Pratzel said that while a pardon erases a person's conviction, the person's guilt remains. How do you know? You're probably guilty of worse shit than they are.
So were they ever actually convicted and found guilty?
Yeah, they did. They took a plea bargain.
Oh, okay, so
So
they
if you
were.
cop a
Okay, I was
plea,
thinking
you're
if they
guilty.
weren't, yeah,
You cop a plea, you're guilty, regardless if you're guilty or not.
yeah.
Which
You're
is
automatically
why,
guilty.
under their circumstances, I would have never copped a plea. I would have fought it. 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 And then if I lost, I beg your pardon, Governor.
Yeah, no doubt.
I
There
mean,
you go.
You know, I would have fought it too. And it's just like, you know, waiting for the governor to say something or do something. And it's like, the governor's like, oh, by the way, they're pardoned. Case dismissed. You know, but he didn't do that. He waited way too long. But that's just my opinion. But yeah, they're going through the rest of the article is just him going on about the moral turpitude, which is I guess Democrat speech for morality, which I don't know what Democrat has morals, but there's got to be at least one, right?
Well, they do when it's convenient for them.
Oh, right, morals that convenient to them, right? You're right.
Yeah, only when it's convenient.
Only when it's convenient. That's true. So,
Yeah, man.
Live streaming is on.
You can get your hands on one. Another one to look for is I got the full-size Walther PDP with a 5-inch barrel. Those are really, really thin on holster options right now.
We're back. We had a rogue thing, but we were going on about the CARES Act. The CARES Act consists of several different programs. These programs include unemployment insurance, economic impact payments, PPP, payment protection program, the economic injury disaster loan program, EIDL. The government programs have been wrought with fraud and cost taxpayers millions and maybe billions of dollars in schemes to defraud the government. What was that?
That was me sending King Travi a message.
Oh, I gotcha. Okay. Sweet.
Okay. Can you still hear me?
Yeah, man.
Yeah.
Okay, good. Because I thought I muted myself or something.
Nope.
But yeah. Let's see. So it's saying the local special agents and industry operations investigators (IOI) are now expected to investigate for signs of COVID relief fraud. For example, IOIs are now expected to look for signs of fraud during their visits to gun dealers. If an IOI finds that what they believe to be COVID relief fraud, the ATF employee will contact the FISD, which will assign a forensic auditor to investigate the tip. So apparently they're investigating COVID fraud, but only to gun stores that replied for it. So yeah. IOIs do not have experience investigating or detecting financial crimes. The ATF is not offering IOIs any type of training classes. By the same token, special agents also do not have any skills in detecting the financial fraud. The ATF has not informed any branch offices if they plan on holding any future training classes dealing with the CARES Act fraud. If the tip turns out to be legitimate, the ATF FISD forensic auditor will gather evidence of fraud before contacting the corresponding agency. The ATF has begun to circulate a cheat sheet of what agencies are responsible for investigating what CARES Act program. It is unknown if other agencies are investigating CARES Act crime that falls outside their mission. Some inside and outside the ATF worry about the Bureau's investigations into the CARES Act. They believe that these investigations show mission creep. Mission creep in the federal government is when an agency strays from its core mission and starts to veer into areas that they have not been tasked with by the government. A few people within the gun world who spoke to MLN News believe that the ATF is trying to justify its massive budget by using resources to investigate COVID relief fraud. The Bureau can show that it is using all of its funding and needs to be more effective. Others see these moves as just an example of an out-of-control federal government agency. The ATF in recent years have been expanding its power by using things like Chevron deference to develop de facto laws. The ATF used deference to ban bump stocks, and now the same power to change laws surrounding pistol braces and unfinished receivers and frames. The ATF has also used IOIs to retroactively run background checks on gun owners that are exempt and require background checks. The ATF also tasked untrained IOIs to look for gun running to Mexico. There are many examples of the ATF overstepping its boundaries. The ATF did not respond to MLN's request for comment. Obviously, they wouldn't because, the ATF.
So here's where you got to watch out, though, man. Let's see that they start uncovering large numbers of people that have misused the funds.
Yep. Hold on, Travis.
What's that?
We got something here.
All right.
Daniel sent in $2 super chat saying, "Power's out here, Generac for the win." And yes, I have a Generac generator. I got a portable GP 5500, and I've got a Champion 5500 too, because I have to use them on two different sides of the house, because one side for the freezer and fridge, and power over that side, and the other side for some minor air conditioning in the fridge and electric in the kitchen side. So Travis, go ahead.
I would just say we got to watch out with stuff like this, because if they start to uncover lots and lots of cases, and they're going to want to request funding to fund this branch of their organization, because the AFT's got to they got to keep themselves in as much red tape as possible. So why not just fund a new branch for financial fraud from COVID misappropriations of funds, or whatever you want to call it?
Right.
So I don't know, man. That's just crazy.
It is crazy.
It's like they need to look for stuff to do, because they have to just make stuff up, because nobody wants them around. Nobody needs them,
No.
That's nuts, dude.
The primary purpose of any governmental agency is to justify its budget and increase its budget, thereby increasing its power, period. And that's all they're doing. That's all they've been doing. This is yet another overreach by the ATF.
Said by a YouTuber formerly known as Budget. He's an expert on budgets. Or he was.
Yeah.
Sorry, man. I had to.
It's all right.
Just because your name changed now doesn't mean we can't go out. We can't give it to you. Anyways, but yeah, it's ridiculous. All right, so I'm out of things to talk about right now. So I might have something else, but we started a little late. I'm worried that the GunTube isn't going to work with us tonight. But yeah, Travis, you got anything to talk about?
I was just going to talk to Mike real quick. Mike, have you seen, you're getting into the making holsters and everything and belts. Are you seeing like major increases in your supplies? Because, we keep talking about inflation and prices of stuff going nuts. Are you just seeing your supply prices going up? If anybody wants to get into doing like Kydex holsters and leatherwork and stuff like that, is that a pretty expensive investment?
It can be.
Yeah.
Leather ain't cheap. Kydex is pretty cheap, but what isn't cheap is, well, let me back up. You can get into doing Kydex pretty cheap, actually. You need a toaster oven and a utility knife and a ruler, and then a press of some sort. They're fairly inexpensive to make. It can get expensive if you buy different equipment. Like, for instance, instead of using a toaster oven to heat my Kydex, because you run a much bigger chance of burning it than heating it too much with a toaster oven if you're not paying attention. And it seems to take forever for it to reach temp. I bought a t-shirt press. Within 60 seconds, it's up to temp. It's exactly where I need it to go. I put it in the press and I'm done. Let it cool off and I'm done. So, that's fairly inexpensive. Leatherworking, you need a whole bunch of tools. You need a whole bunch of it ain't cheap. Leather ain't cheap.
Yeah.
What's that?
Yeah. So like an industrial grade sewing machine, essentially, or what?
Yeah. Industrial machines aren't cheap. We're talking $2,000 to $3,000 for a powered industrial sewing machine capable of really doing good work with leather. About $1,200 for what I have, the Tipman Boss. It's a hand powered sewing machine. Pull the lever once and push it back, one stitch. So, and then of course you could do it by hand. It doesn't have to be expensive, but if you're going to do any volume of it, it takes a little bit of bucks. That's why, and not, trying to justify anything here, but that's why when you look at someone's, leather goods store, like MK holsters and leather on Etsy, and you see the prices, it's because this stuff ain't cheap. Materials aren't cheap, and what the real banger of it is the time involved. If you do it right. I mean, you can just slap out some garbage in no time flat, but I don't slap out garbage.
You don't?
Nope.
How much do those? What do the blue guns usually cost if you have to buy one of those?
Anywhere from $50 to $80, depending.
Holy crap! Okay.
Yeah.
You got to move at least like 3 of those to really cover the material costs. After you get past your Kydex cost and your hardware and stuff like that. Yeah.
Well, I'll tell you exactly how I price my stuff. I take the materials cost, I add the time cost, and I multiply it by 1.25. That's it. That's the secret formula. That 1.25 is my profit margin.
Gotcha.
I mean, and that's how anybody really does it.
Yeah, yeah.
And the biggest chunk of that is the time involved. I mean, let's, for instance, my steel cord belt that I make, I have about $12 in that in material.
Right.
So let's see. Let me pull up a calculator because math.
Math is hard.
So $12 in materials, plus it takes me about 4 hours to make a belt, and I'm only charging what? I can't remember. I want to charge $25 an hour, but I'm not doing that because I'm charging $80 for a belt. So let's see. 12. I think
Is that Travis? Is that Mike? Okay, well, we're holding.
Yeah, I think I'm charging $14 an hour on that one. So that's $56 for labor, plus $12 for the materials, times 1.25. Yeah, maybe I'm charging $14.50 an hour, maybe 15, but still, that's not a whole hell of a lot of money. Particularly since I want more than that.
All right,
yeah, I mean, we're talking about a handmade leather belt. I mean, you could drop, hundreds of dollars on one of those. Yeah,
that's the thing. I mean, you're talking. Yeah. Everybody wants Everybody wants handmade quality at slave-made prices, right? And it's that what you're paying for is that guy's, not so much that guy's time, but that guy's skill, that guy's experience, that guy's level of craftsmanship. That's what you're paying for.
Yeah.
Or gal.
So
when you're talking anything that somebody makes, whether it's holsters or belts or freaking hand knitted scarves or anything, I mean, you're paying for that person's knowledge. I mean, go ahead and buy the stuff and make it yourself if you want to. I encourage everybody to do that. If you don't want to pay for all that, pay somebody what they're worth.
Well, I mean, the way I see it, it's an investment, not having to go buy another one. I'd have to waste the time and energy to try to find something else. That's when the crappy one you bought in the first place broke or had some issues, Yeah. So for me, it's just worth spending the money on. That's like the wallet that got sent to me from Pop-Off Leather Company. They're made up in Canada. They use American hides.
Yep,
but I mean, those things are handcrafted, and this thing's 3 years old, and it's just still perfect. I mean, it's not falling apart. It's not shredding. It's not,
It breaks in, particularly if you overstuff it like I did mine. But
did you get one from them too?
Yeah.
Yeah, they're top. I mean, they use great hide, and it's still it looks nice. And but you know what? It's $100. And that's, I could buy 20 wallets at Walmart for that kind of money, But I only have one, and I'm only going to need this one for a very long time. It's not even fraying or anything like that. I use it daily, So
now we're getting a little generator chat out there on the YouTube side where Ghost Shadows saying, at Daniel, I have 4 generators, a 2 kilowatt Honda inverter generator, 2 kilowatt Champion inverter generator, both run 9 to 12 hours on a tank, then a 5 kilowatt gas and 8 kilowatt diesel generator. Wow. All right.
I'm jealous of his big ass Singer sewing machines that he got for free.
Yeah, me too. I mean, I've got a Singer sewing machine, but it's just standard sewing.
Yeah, I do too. It's a heavy duty one, but it's not a leather sewing quality.
No, it's not.
This one to handle canvas.
Right.
Because that's why I bought it, was to make a tent.
Yep. So, Daniel's saying his generator is a 15 kilowatt whole house Generac generator. I've seen those. It's just the issue. The issue why I've got two 5500s is because that's really all I need right now. Because I have to do 2 parts of the house because the house is separated. It's ridiculous how the electrical system is set up in a house from 1967. Let me tell you that. They took a lot of freaking liberties then. I'll tell you that right now.
My house was built in 1900. Some of this
they took even more liberties then.
Yes.
So you understand.
When I rewired my basement and all that, I was like, oh my goodness. But I don't know enough about it to rewire the rest of the house. So yeah, I went.
Yeah. Well, luckily they used wire when they wired this house. They used standard wire that we're still using today instead of the old cloth wire that they might have used back in the 1900s.
Yeah, we had some of that in the house that we used to own. It was made in the mid 50s. So you got that wonderful. Plus,
yeah, I still have some of that.
Plaster walls are annoying too. Yeah.
Defense Dad has a question for you. Budget. He says, so you don't have 10-year-old Chinese kids working in your basement churning out belts?
Nope. I got a 49-year-old American in my basement churning out belts.
Oh, your wife? I'm just messing with you.
Me. This guy right here. Oh, and I use all American made materials and stuff too.
All right.
I get I'm using what the hell? Herman Oak leather.
Ooh,
that I get from Weaver Leathercraft, which is about an hour and a half away from me. A little bit less than an hour and a half.
Ghost Shadow saying he had bigger generators when he was in Alaska. And yes, you would need bigger generators in Alaska because you probably weren't connected to the power grid there.
I do not have a generator. I need to get one.
Well, you know why I've got multiple ones because of where
you live in Hurricane Alley.
I live in Hurricane Alley, and they're saying we're due another hurricane here in South Carolina pretty soon. So, yay!
I don't hardly get any real bad weather events right where I live. We get tornadoes once in a while, but never in my town, thankfully.
Isn't that one that just went up through Louisiana, go towards your way?
Yeah, but it petered out.
Yeah.
We get snowstorms once in a while that'll put power out. That's the big thing here.
See, the funny thing here is, and I know we're getting off in generator chat, but hey, you guys were getting off in generator chat, and
we've went down so many rabbit holes already. It ain't funny. So whatever.
I know this is a miss tonight. I'm sorry, guys. I'm trying. It's just with technical difficulties, it's hard. But
let's hurry up because I want to talk about tabletop games before we leave. I'm kidding. And Cheetos.
All right.
Yeah.
All right. But Travis, I'm letting you know right now, I'm using Magic Missile and I'm attacking the darkness.
All right, that works. I got a red rocket, so watch out.
Uh-oh.
I'll
have to use my my premium bullets.
You gonna use your Pikachu?
No, I made a major reference. Just don't worry about it. Anyways, because here in South Carolina, I don't know what it is with the area I live in, but every time the wind blows, or every time it rains really hard, every time every time there's a shift in the planet's alignment, the power goes out. So I kind of have to have generators.
Yeah.
I mean,
since your state is all trees, I'd imagine a lot of the power lines in the other neighborhoods go through the trees like they do up here in Nebraska.
Remember, I live in a smaller city outside of Charleston, so I can have land. I can shoot guns on my land and not be harassed by local law enforcement. Okay, so I'm not technically inside of Charleston. I'm outside of Charleston.
You're still coming off the city power grid, though.
I'm not off Charleston. No, we've got our own company down here.
Oh, okay.
So, but it's ridiculous. Every time the wind blows. Yeah. So.
Hey, I got a seemingly random question.
Go for it.
Does anybody out there know where I can source a reasonably priced under 150 bucks ish tabletop lathe, wood lathe, for pen turning and whatnot? Not that I want to turn pens, but I need something that I can turn stoppers for the leather bottles I'm planning to make again. So I used to make them years ago when I did reenactment, but I would hand carve them, and that's just too much of a pain in the ass. So I'd rather turn it, but man, some of these pen lathes I'm finding are ridiculously expensive.
Yeah,
and I don't want to spend a whole.
Depends. I might have an answer for that one.
Yeah. Well, anybody? Okay, I'm gonna make the announcement out here. Anybody that may have some Glock 19 Gen 3 slide parts, yeah, let me know. I'm in need of some Glock 19 Gen 3 parts. If you're asking, but Night Strike, why? You don't like Glocks? No, I don't. You're right. But I made a stupid decision this afternoon because I saw PSA had some complete. They had the frame complete. It just didn't have the slide and the barrel on it, and they were selling them for a decent price of the dagger.
Aha!
I've got they were selling dagger frames without the slide and the barrel, but everything else is in the frame.
What is it that you dislike about the Glock?
The fact that it says Glock on the side.
Oh, okay. So it's not a problem with the grip angle. It's not a problem with
the
way it feels, how blocky it is, or any of that.
Well, the grip angle, yes, but the blocky half and half because I got a SIG P320, so it's kind of blocky too. So it's not so much the blocky thing. It's just I've never really been a fan of the straight Glock angle.
You'll be glad to know that the PSA dagger does not have those things.
Yes.
It feels extremely awesome in my hand right now.
I know, but I got to get a slide for it. So if anybody has a slide, they can sell me, or if they've got some of the slide parts that I need, let me know. Because I'm looking for parts.
And I was going to let people know, Night Strike, we were talking about this before. They had, you guys are looking for, help me out here. What are they called? Oh, the daggers. They had them for sale this morning at 5:55 this morning on PSA's website. So if you check before 6 a.m., there's a good chance you'll find them. I also see AKVs that pop up for sale at that point too.
Yeah, well,
so maybe that's getting close to like a 7 a.m. release time for those products because it's 1 hour ahead of us out there where you guys are.
I just couldn't. Every time I go to try and buy the gun, it's never in stock. So I figured, you know what, just buy the frame and just buy the slide and just throw it on there and be happy.
When I bought mine, it was 11:25 a.m. here on the East Coast.
Yeah, so
that's when I was able to get hold of mine.
So if anybody's got Glock 19 Gen 3 parts for slide, let me know, because that's what I'm in the market for right now. Anyways, yeah, and I still haven't gotten that shotgun yet. So I'm working on that. Once I get these, I'll actually do videos and actually have something to show. But until then, I just don't have anything to show because I don't have any content right now. Hold on, I got to kick somebody out of here.
You should do some cleaning videos, like how to clean a 1911.
Yeah. Warsaw, you want to change your name? Okay, 1, 3.
Oh, jeez.
2, 1. They're out of here.
Oh, we were being invaded by China there, huh?
Mm-hmm. Nope.
Mm-hmm.
Yep. Not going. I'm not putting up with it on my show. Not putting up with that. So there we go.
I mean, you're the person that's allowed to spell strike with a Y, so that's kind of infringing on your territory there.
And honestly, if I was going to call myself China Strike, China would also be with a Y. Trump spelling.
CHYNA.
China.
I think we're going to be at war with them in the near future.
Oh yeah, we definitely are.
I think it's coming. I think they're deliberately pushing it because we got the Sniffmeister in office who will do nothing.
You mean we got asleep at the wheel? Because he's asleep at the wheel.
The thing is, though, if they
he's too busy.
The problem is, though, if they take this out, who's going to pay their interest on all
now,
the loans?
Or I'm kicking again.
I don't think China can afford to not have us pay them for interest on the loans, and
they don't
that
want to
we
take us out.
give them every month. I think the money is just way too good for them.
They don't want to take us out. They just want to take us over.
Yeah, they're slowly just buying up everything,
But I really think that it's coming to war with those guys.
Yeah. It's not that we just got out of a war with Afghanistan, but and that went so swimmingly. If you can't catch the sarcasm in my voice, you aren't listening.
Look at how they're pushing and pushing and pushing and pushing.
Oh yeah.
I think bad times are coming with that. Warsaw says that ain't him. That's somebody else.
Yeah. No, I don't give Yankee links. Okay. Who is it? Who's jumping in here? That is Warsaw.
That's not me.
Yeah, it was.
That's not me. Goddamn it.
Yes, it was.
No, it's not.
Yes, that was.
Very funny.
Yeah.
I do that. I do that just because I like to enjoy the hell out of you. I like your reaction.
Yeah. All right, comrade patriot. It's okay. I understand.
I ain't a comrade.
I hear you bought something Chinese today.
Like dinner or what?
No, he got one
surplus.
of those.
It's surplus. It's a surplus chest rig.
Yeah, he bought a Chinese surplus chest rig. Was that for SKS or was that an AK?
Type 81 rifle.
Type 81, so AK.
Oh, cool.
You could also use it for AR mags.
The Type 81 is the LMG variant, if I'm not mistaken, right?
No, did you find it online, or where'd you pick up locally, or what?
eBay.
Hey guys, I just realized I got stuff to do in the morning. I got to bounce.
All right, later.
So,
all right, man, take it easy, bro.
Thanks for the invite.
Yeah,
appreciate it.
Actually, Travis, let me send Night Strike a picture of it. It's a cousin of the AK, but it has an AK type style action.
Okay.
It kind of looks like a cross between AK
an SKS and AK.
Yeah.
Cool.
The Type 81.
I still need to take my Durango Sport out.
Can Gunna make one of those Type 81s?
He's got two of them. He's got the LMG and he's got the regular one.
Yeah.
Here, I got that one. That's the standard one. I'll give you the LMG version.
All right. Which picture is better? And I'm just gonna do the one with stock because stock's better. All right. It looks nice right there. We'll share there. We'll screen share.
And just to be exact, the Type 81 is do not interchange with an AK mag because they're a lot different. They're different design.
That's Type 81. Okay. It looks like an AK.
That's pretty cool, man. Well, you know what's funny is I've got
actually it looks like an AK that has the bolt carrier from an SKS.
So I've got the Norinco Sporter that has the actual magwell for the AKs. It's from the factory. That's how it came, but it comes with a thumb hole stock. But if you take it out, I mean, it almost kind of looks like that, you know?
Yeah.
That's pretty cool, man.
There's that, and the hold on, I'm gonna screen share the LMG variant.
Warsaw, you bought one of those or what?
No,
chest rig for that.
Chest rigged.
Oh,
No, you
okay.
can't get the Type 81s here in the United States anymore because of the assault weapons ban of China.
Okay.
Yeah, but
were they imported pre-96 though?
There's only a few hundred variants of them or less, at least in the States. There's only a certain number of them also in Canada.
Yeah.
There is the Type 81 LMG variant that he was talking about. Looks pretty beefy. All right.
It's basically their version of an RPK.
And
Okay.
let me pull up the link you sent me on the image. There we go. And this is what he linked me earlier. He got one of these. The Type 81 chest rig bandolier.
Okay.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
That's pretty
You
nice.
ready for Halloween or what?
Now that'll hold normal AK mags, right?
That could hold AK and AR mags. The only thing with AR mags, you got to put some foam at the bottom of them because otherwise it will sink in them.
Ooh, yeah. Hey, if it works, right?
It works. Also, those two pouches on the right and left side of the actual pouch?
Yeah, what are those? Are those for like, Mosins or something?
No, it's for cleaning kits, or you could also use them for ammunition. But here's the thing: if you got like a 10-rounder AK mag, you can put them on both sides of those pouches inside of those things.
Interesting.
Sweet.
John Crump is out there. Watch out.
Also, I found out that the Soviets actually used a whole bunch of these during the Soviet-Afghan War.
The Chinese ones?
They, believe it or not, they actually used them because when they were picking them off the Taliban or the Al Qaeda, they would actually rip them off their chests and actually use them for their AK-74s.
Which is funny.
And the Soviets literally just made up their own version of the Type 56 chest rig. So they said, "Oh, the Chinese are making their own. Let's just make our own." And that's what they did.
Yep. All right.
Actually, let me see if I can find a picture of it. Chicom chest rig.
Chicom chest rig. We love Chicom.
Everything's all in China.
It's pronounced China.
With
the Y.
Strike.
The Y. There's no I. So. All right.
Yeah, let me find that picture for you. So what about you, Travis? Are you big into the chest rigs or, just any type of sort?
Oh, for me, everything I have is just all Molly. So, I mean, for the AKs, I really don't have any kind of a setup for magazines. Just my ARs I do. I've just got a Molly chest rig that goes on my body armor.
You could try out the Type 81.
What's that?
You could try the Type 56 or the Type 81 chest rig.
Yeah.
It's up to you.
Yeah, because like I said, I don't have anything right now for I need to get something that I could use. Then I've got a belt that I use for 3-gun that has some Kydex just for AR mags, just Kydex single magazine holsters basically, and that's it. So I don't have a whole lot of that, but probably should start investing a bit more, maybe in some tactical gear or something, just to have kind of a more serious setup, because all I have is just the body armor setup and that's it, and then that belt. Just good to work off of, but there isn't much else that I have. So,
I mean, is there any cons or pros with body armor? Because the plates I've been seeing on the market are like at least $200 to $500.
No, I went through Scorpion Tactical, which I watched Mr. Guns and Gear shot at it a couple times, and it held up pretty well. I got the whole set. I think for like $175 delivered.
$175?
It's level 3. It's good enough to stop. He shot it with a 55 grain round and it didn't penetrate, but then he shot it with some hotter 5.56 and it went through it. But It's designed to take up to 308. Obviously, all handgun calibers, except for like maybe like a 5.7 or something. And it's got the anti-spall coating on it. But I mean, I bought it. I bought the set, and then it's made in the USA. I think it's made maybe in Georgia or Alabama. I've had that set up for about 3 or 4 years now, and then I use I think it's like a Condor plate carrier, which it's an actual like duty grade plate carrier. It's not airsoft. And that's been fine, but I thought about maybe investing the money and getting some ceramic or something a little bit different that's a little bit lighter, because it's just heavy as hell. But I mean, it's there if you need it, to work.
Here, nice Rick. Here, I sent you a picture.
Oh, is this one of your friends? Or is
No.
this a generic image?
No, this is a picture. This is one of the Soviets that actually had them.
Okay.
Oh, wow.
It's a Type 56 chest rig, and you can use 3 AK mags in there, but apparently they could actually double them in there. Yeah.
Are they stretch material or are they just canvas?
You can stretch them, but I wouldn't recommend that. But you can literally you can put 6 in there if you wanted to for the Type 56 chest rig.
Well, the nice thing about that is that the straps are big enough you can put it over a winter coat. That's another thing I got to worry about too. Is in the wintertime when you gotta.
The only downfall I see with these is just you got to use those little what are those little things? Those little rods.
Those little what?
See those little things? Those little one rods you got to remove to get them out of that little loop.
Don't know.
Well, this is like again, this is Chicom gear basically. So if you wanted to, as an option, you could actually Velcro these and actually have the flaps be Velcroed.
Right.
I mean,
how much was it? What'd you pay for it?
For my Type 81 one.
Yeah, what would it cost? Do they make them just for regular AK mags?
You could use it for AK mags, yeah, and AR mags. But there's 2 types. There's the Type 56 chest rig, and then there's the Type 81 chest rig. I got the Type 81. Mine run me only about like at least $20, $25.
Oh, that's not bad.
Yeah.
Be nice to have something. I've got a crap ton of AK mags. I just don't really have anything to carry them around in.
Well, hey, get a Chicom chest rig then.
Yeah, I should. Well, when I bought my Sporter SKS, the guy gave me about 12 steel magazines for it, 30 rounders, and then I got the original. I think they were 10 rounders that came with the gun. The gun was imported in 93 or 94. It's the one that's got the thumbhole stock, and it doesn't have the bayonet lug on it, but it's got the the AK magwell on it. Mm-hmm. And whatever Norinco shipped it with to the U.S., probably was 10 round mags. I've got 5 of those, I think, and then I got the original ammo that came with the gun, because I think the gun came with 200 rounds of Norinco ammo. It comes in the yellow box, so I'm holding on to that. I don't want to shoot that.
Oh, okay. I'm just getting here, guys. Travis, you're saying you have you have a mag-fed SKS with the thumbhole stock?
Yeah, you can buy them. It's just called a Norinco Sporter.
Dude,
it's an actual factory. Sporter. Yeah,
I know what they are, and they're kind of rare to find anymore. So
they were
a sweet.
You'll find maybe 2 for sale on Gunbroker, maybe 3 if you're lucky, and they sell for about $900 right now.
Yep. And what'd you pay for yours?
I hate to admit it. I didn't. I traded my my Marlin 336 for it. That was worth about $350 at the time.
There you go.
And I bought a Henry 3030, but I traded off the Marlin, which I paid $350 for, and I got that SKS, and I got 10 magazines, 10 30-round magazines, all of them full of ammo. And then I got 5 of the 10-round mags that came with the gun, and the 200 rounds ammo that came with it, and a couple more bags of ammo. So I think I actually made out pretty good in the end.
Yeah, well,
don't get me wrong, that 336 is worth a lot because it was a 1991 production, so it was pre-Freedom Group. It was a JM barrel 336, so now it's probably worth like $700. But
right, I'm saying is
I like the 3030. I just didn't take it out much and just didn't see much use because I had other rifles at the time. But I just turned around and got the Henry anyway, so it didn't matter. But yeah,
I'm just saying I think you got a good deal with the SKS and the ammo, mags full of ammo. You know what I'm saying?
I think it's out pretty good,
dude. I look back at the crap that like I said, I'm grandpa. By the way. I
didn't say it.
Shut up. By the way, I became a father 36 years ago today. interesting. My daughter's birthday, 36 years. Anyway, over the years, buy and sell.
So.
Yeah. Well, I'd been young to have. Yeah. Anyway, I was 18 when she was born, so you know.
Well, there you go. Congratulations.
No, looking back over the years, and you know, I got my Mac 90 at dealer cost plus tax. It cost me $175. A stock Mac 90 now is like 12, 14, you know, and I seen, I don't know how many of those MagFed AKs come through the store. And I wish I would have bought, or SKSs. I wish I would have bought one. I really do. They were cool guns. But man, they were cheap back then. You know what I mean? Now, yeah.
Well, and people wanted it because it was neutered. You had no bayonet lug. You had no bayonet on it. No flash hider. It's not threaded. You can't put that on there. I mean, it had a thumb hole stock. So it was like, it was the SKS that nobody wanted, but it was imported from like 90 to 95 or 90 to 96 or something like that.
Yep.
Yeah.
But it was still cool.
Check the links in the side chat. Those are from Warsaw.
Our side chat or the main
our side chat, yes.
Okay, let me.
They also have the SKS chest rig for the Chinese ones. Let me see if I can find it here for you. Here's another one.
Guys, I'll be right back in a sec. Give me a minute.
Okay.
Send that one to Night Strike. There you are.
So these are chest rigs for AK mags?
Yeah.
The Type 81 and the Type 56 are for AK mags.
Yep.
Well,
the Type 81 has an extra pouch, so that's why I would recommend getting the Type 81 if you can find one.
So how many mags they carry?
For the Type 81, you carry 4. The Type 56 you carry 3.
Okay, 3 or 4 30 rounders.
When Travis comes back, M. Gabriel has a question for him. How reliable are those SKS mags? Are those duckbill mags, or are they?
No, those are AK mags. It was a SKS modified to use AK mags.
Wait, are we talking?
Yeah, it's called the Norinco Sporter. They made a version with thumb hole stock and then without a thumb hole stock. If you look at if you look at the video that I made called like how to clean an SKS, it's in that video. You can see that exact same gun.
Yeah, it was kind of a square grip.
I did 2 SKS videos. Yeah,
had a square grip. Yeah, I remember them. Yep.
And there's some aftermarket. I can use the paratrooper stock or whatever that was called. There was like an SKS Model D that used a different stock than mine. And I mean, if I could show you guys guns, I'd show it off on the camera, but I don't want to get anybody in trouble. But if you just type in Norinco Sporter, can't believe people don't realize that this thing actually existed. I mean, it's such a weird looking AK. It's kind of hard to miss.
Yeah, but it's an SKS. It's not an AK.
Here, I'll show you. Here's a picture of it right here. So I'll do a screen share real quick. All right. So let me bring my tab up here real quick. There's a couple of them for sale right now. Okay.
I don't know how many went through our shop back.
So here's a 94 right here. Now mine doesn't have the cheese grater.
Yep, look just like it.
Top. Yeah,
look just like it.
That's got the 10 rounder, and then it also comes with a 30. You can use a 30 with it.
Mm-hmm.
It looks like it's in really good shape. That's a 1994. Like I said, I think they were imported from 90 through 94. And it says SKS.
Yeah, Norinco. Yep.
Norinco. Yep.
Do you know, and I know Travis and most of us know that, you remember the Polytechs? Oh, the Polytech.
Yeah.
Oh, they were the awesome. They were made in Norinco. They were all one big company.
The armament.
I have a Polytech.
Yeah. Do you know it's a shiny Norinco?
It's a Polytech M14.
Oh, well, then it's still a Norinco.
No, it's a Polytech. It's got Polytech on it. It's not a Norinco.
No,
it's still better than a Springfield Armory because the receiver is forged instead of cast.
Okay, I'm just telling you that Polytech is the same company as Norinco. Okay, it's just one big Chinese company. Yes, they might have held this one to higher. It's still the same company. Okay,
I would argue they're not the same company. They're just owned by the government.
Well, isn't everything in China?
Yeah.
Hey, Armin, I was going to mention, you know where our new SKSs are coming from?
Which ones?
The Chinese versions. You know where they're coming from?
Where?
They're not coming from China. Guess where they're coming from? And they're coming from Europe.
Britain?
No, two countries in the former Yugoslavia: Bosnia Herzegovina and Albania.
Really? But they're Chinese.
Yes, because during the Yugoslav wars, or even after, the Bosnians and Albanians actually made contracts with the Chinese, and they actually bought a supply of Chinese arms that were
So
AKs
now,
and SKSs.
So now the Chinese import ban doesn't work because they're coming from the other countries.
Correct,
Okay.
but they're also waiting in an arsenal. That's why they've been waiting out there. Like, nice, Rick. How long does it take? Like 30 years? They got to be sitting in a warehouse in order to be accepted.
Yeah, they're gonna be sitting in a warehouse for like 30 years or something.
Yeah, that's think back. This has been years ago, but M1 carbines, M1 Grands. That was like, okay, kind of rare. All of a sudden, there's a bunch of them flooding the market, and then they all dried up.
Yep.
So that's why. Because boom, floods. Hell, I can remember you could get an M1 carbine for $200.
Well, I got an M1 Grand for $650.
Yeah, I bet you it's probably worth a little more now.
I bet you it was worth more when I bought it than that too. But I got mine through the CMP.
Well, yeah,
marksmanship program. And I'm going to tell anyone right now, if you want an M1 Grand, get it through the CMP. Don't buy it off of Gunbroker. Do not buy it off of Arms List. Go ahead, do the paperwork for the CMP to get a much nicer piece because they'll have at least gone over it and cleaned it before they gave it to you.
Don't you have to be a member of a club or the NRA or something?
Yeah,
I can't remember.
Yeah, you have to be a member of a club. Okay, and here's how you become a member of a club. Go to the Grand Collectors Association's website. That's the dgca.org, I think it is. And sign up. It's $25 a year. They send you a free magazine almost every month. Okay, it's worth it.
Hey, you guys know what the Camp Perry matches are, right?
Yep.
Hey, guess what? I was delivering asphalt to Camp Perry yesterday. So, it's right up the road for me. And I've never went to any of the matches. I've been up there to the CMP store and all that. I've never went to any of the matches. I don't know why. I just never.
Hey, Night Strike. You have to admit one thing about the Chinese. You know what their flaw was?
They have no regard for human life.
No.
Good one.
They blindly are arming a populace, and that's us.
That's a thought. Then again, when you look at the global world, we're not even going to get into this, but yeah, think about it though. The Russians sent us a lot of ammo, and so far, most of it worked. Now we can't get in anymore, or per se, it's still here. But anyway, can't get stuff from China anymore. And wait a minute. Interesting thought.
We get stuff from other countries though. Like Albania, Bosnia. We get stuff from Croatia.
I know. And like you said, it can be made somewhere, but marked. Yeah. So
no, actually, if it's marked with Russian, they can't accept it, especially if it's after that licensing period of that contract.
Dude, it's all politics and it's all crap. I mean, look, something. They banned this gun and that gun from China, but I got a Chinese-made shotgun I bought 3 years ago.
It's only the assault weapons that are under that contract.
Yeah. Oh well, what about ammo? When's the last time you saw some good Chinese ammo? Norinco made great ammo. Hell, I just reloaded some Norinco brass case. It's right on the box. Reloadable.
Actually, speaking of which, what year was that when they banned the Chinese ammo? Can you look that up real quick?
I can't remember.
Nice, Rick.
I don't know.
No, because that's a good point. Like, when did they ban the Chinese ammo? Let's see.
Probably around the same time they banned the Chinese guns, E9 90.
In the
it was what, 96, I think.
Yeah, I Jesus, I should remember this. Worked at a gun store, but
yeah.
Wait. No, all right. Now that reminds me. Nice Strike. Remember the movie War Dogs? There was that company that was it the hell? It was that shell company, AEY, that was actually trying to smuggle Chinese ammo, and the ATF got wind of it.
Yeah,
that was after the ban that you had enforced.
Yeah, that was.
I'm trying to smuggle it all the way from Albania when they said no, you're not accepting Chinese-made ammo.
No Albanian ammo, please.
Yeah, like I said, you watch all this and they're banning this ammo and that and the guns and why do I have a Chinese-made pump shotgun? It's a Winchester, can't remember model
Because it's
number.
a shotgun. That's
Yeah,
why.
because it's a shotgun. Okay, that's okay though.
Yeah,
Hey, didn't Joe Biden say just go get your shotgun and fire 2 blast? Never mind.
Well, he said you can, just go buy a double barrel shotgun and you'll be fine. But that was before he became president. Now that he's president, he's saying you don't need that double barrel shotgun anymore. So just turn that in at the next gun buyback, and the government will protect you. The
buyback shit. I didn't buy them from him in the first place.
Nice trick. Funny you mentioned that. Because what happened with the CNN?
Yeah, they found out that China is the opposite of America.
Yeah, and they went strictly to the supporting the Second Amendment, and I'm like, guys, you were bashing and hating the 2A. Now you're coming back to it as it's your liberator.
They follow what the trend is. They're going to follow, and something. CNN and MSNBC's ratings have been dropping. So what are they going to do?
They're going to try playing to the other base instead.
There you go.
I mean, every time I watch CNN, there's nothing really appealing. It's just looking at Don Lemon or even Cuomo or any of those guys.
Don Lemon. Oh, dude, when Cuomo and Lemon get together and start, I'm like, oh my God. I can't help but just laugh. I mean, I don't want to laugh because it makes me mad, but what makes me mad is there's actually people out there listening to these two idiots and think it's the gospel.
They're all New Yorkers.
There you go.
I'll be honest with you. I don't listen to Fredo.
I try not to listen to any of them. I'm just saying when I see little clips, it's like.
I mean, if you're gonna ask,
is a dick. He's a dick, dude.
If you're gonna ask me what news outlet I watch Newsmax. I watch The Blaze. I also watch what is it? One American Network, OAN.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
Those are the news channels I watch because I get more news out of that in a day than I do at a CNN, NBC, any other shit.
Well, the thing with me is I watch Newsmax, I watch that. But I also
use this thing called the internet.
I watch RT every once in a while, RT America.
I don't like RT because RT has an agenda too.
Do you know you have to watch the opposition just to see what the opposition is pushing? So that's the only reason you watch certain other channels that they're full of shit. Yeah. But yes, our main news sources aren't what they used to be. It's not network news. Network news is freaking garbage anymore.
Yeah.
Mass network, you know what I'm saying? Big. So, and Fox News was great for a while, and now they're
the same thing.
And they push it this way, but it's all about the ratings, and it's like soap opera news. What happened to real news?
Well, here's the thing, too. I don't think news has a right to be covering shootings and all that. I think they should be only covering weather and as well as other things. I mean, if you cover a shooting, that's only making things worse. You're adding fuel to the fire for other people to be doing that.
Norm is out there in the chat. Norman Gunworks. Check him out.
I mean, am I wrong, Night Strike?
No, you're not wrong.
Can I say
Norm,
this?
how's it going, buddy?
Can I say this? Let's look at the body they found out west and her boyfriend.
Of that chick?
Yeah, okay.
Gabby Potato.
Gabby or whatnot.
Okay. You know why this is grabbing attention? Because she's a white, blonde, young, attractive girl. Do you know how many people go missing every day? And it's circumstances like this. But oh my God, the news just had to grab this. Her name might as well have been Kardashian.
Oh, you know what the worst part is? Fox News actually wanted to have a report after her death, after she died. They actually wanted to interview their parents, and I'm like, guys, they lost their daughter. They don't want to be talking to you guys.
Yeah, no kidding.
And maybe, just maybe, and I could put it in the side chat. I should post. Well, I didn't go to the funeral, but our local, not local, Cleveland. It's about 50 miles away. One of the soldiers that died in Afghanistan.
Oh my God, yeah.
Okay.
Yep.
Well, he was a Navy corpsman, but he was embedded with the Marines, which made him a Marine. Because Marines don't have corpsmen. They have Navy medics. Okay.
Oh, hospital corpsman you're talking about?
No, he's field fucking, yeah, he's out there getting shot at, okay? Anyway, he died. His name was Max Soviak. He died in Afghanistan, the suicide bomb bullshit. He grew up like not 5 miles away from me. He went to school with my best friend, one of my best friends' son.
Right.
Really hit close to home.
Oh, okay. New York Outcast says, just loan Night Strike and I $80 million, and we'll get a factory up and running. I don't know if that's for ammo or if that's for guns, but yeah, we could totally do that for either. We'll do both.
I thought that's what the COVID loan was supposed to go for, Night Strike.
Yeah, right.
The COVID funds that the ATF's looking into now. Yeah.
Right, yeah.
Hey,
Anyway,
Night Strike, I'm gonna jet, guys. I gotta get some sleep, so I will talk to you guys later, okay?
Later.
Night, Travis.
All right, take care, guys. All right, peace out.
We're only gonna go for a few more minutes. So.
No, it's all good, man. All right, peace.
Peace. The only thing I was saying is, look at how much attention they're paying to random white chick that disappeared.
Listen to this.
She fit the narrative of, oh my God, and how much attention did they pay to the national media, the big media, pay attention to this man's funeral?
New York Outcast says, whatever happened to the other girl that died in a park after going to hike with a cop just before this all started? No one knows.
I don't know anything about that. Dude, and I don't know much about this whole random chick, just that people are talking about it, and I turn the TV on and look at the weather, and I see that. I'm like, why is it so important? Why isn't this one important or that one important? Because this one brings views. This one brings attention. Like I said, her name might as well have been Kardashian. And that's how the media works.
If Ben Stad says baloney, Night Strike watches MTV and TMZ. You know what? Take your MTV and TMZ and shove it, because they aren't channels. I'm not recognizing those as actual TV channels.
Well, I remember when MTV started, first song they ever played was "Video Killed the Radio Star." The Buggles. Anyway,
that was the 80s.
That's when they played videos. I was what, 15?
MTV isn't MTV anymore. So why do they continue using it? Why don't they just call it something else?
Yeah, it's not music television anymore. It's garbage.
They should just call it MTV Entertainment or something, because
maybe they should just call it garbage.
Yeah.
They rarely play videos.
NY Outcast says, for some reason they separated on the hike midway. The girl hoped the plane hopped the plane to go to the hike, but then that one seemed strange. Yeah, I don't know about that one.
I don't know anything about it, and I'm not even going to dive into why the girl went missing and why.
How many people do you know go hop a plane to go hiking?
Very few.
Very few.
I was just talking to my older brother about hopping a plane from up here in Ohio to go to the last.
Are you sure it's not your brother's channel partner?
No, this is my older brother. He is not channel partner.
Okay.
He's the pilot, and was just talking with him about maybe flying down to the last Knob Creek machine gun shoot ever. So,
I have a question.
Oh God, here we go.
Is he a better pilot than Flying Rich?
Yes, he's never crashed.
Well, it's not Flying Rich's fault. He was there flying, minding his own business. And then that rogue house came out of nowhere.
It just came out of nowhere.
It came out of nowhere, jumped right out in front of him, and crashed.
I've talked to Rich about this, dude, and both times it was shit happened beyond his control. It was mechanical. I
know. I know. He gets he rolls his eyes when we laugh about this, but it's like people go after me for cutting myself on the 1911. But we go after him for the whole
crashing Rich.
Crashing Rich. He's not flying Rich. He's crashing Rich, because how do you crash into a parked car?
All I can say is, how do you crash a plane and survive twice?
Right.
Twice.
Thermal Redneck with a paycheck says, "Did you say last Knob Creek shoot ever?"
Yes. Last Knob Creek shoot will be 8th and 9th. I think they're done.
And why are they done? What do they say?
I don't know. My
Probably this ammo shortage for one.
No, I don't know. They've been doing it for 50 years. Shit, I could. All right, let me. I'll look it up. I'll put it in the side chat, or maybe dump it in the YouTube chat. Yeah, I don't know. I don't know why they're done.
Huh?
Did he just get bounced off?
He just bounced off. Yeah. So I don't know why. I don't know why they're done either. So welcome back.
Sorry, hit the wrong button.
I figured that's what it was. But
yeah, I hit the wrong tab. Is what I did.
I know you did.
I'll just hope. Yeah, whatever.
Love you too.
Kid.
Hey, nice trick.
Oh, me, Grandpa. I ain't your grandpa. All right, machine gun shoot. Let me go here.
Yep.
I can
I do
drop
that
it.
just to mess with you.
I know. That's all good. We're friends. That's what we do.
Yeah.
After 50 years, machine gun shoots, October 8th and 9th, 2020 will be the last one. And I don't know why. I'm not real sure. I'm going to copy this. Yeah, I don't know. I'm going to put it in our side thingy here. And I'm also going to put it out in the YouTube side. And I don't know why. I've never been there. I know many people that have been there. Walter, Safety Harbor Firearms, he'll be there for the last time. C17 in the pole barn, that's his thing.
Yeah.
But I don't know. I was like, I might want to go before it's done. So yeah.
Who else was down there? Steve Lee, the Australian guy.
Oh, I know many people, many YouTubers. I don't know them personally, but I know of many people that go.
Mm-hmm.
So, and this being the last one, I think it's probably going to be kind of a last hurrah kind of thing. I don't know.
It's sad, but hey, I mean, nothing lasts forever, I guess.
Yeah. Yep. But my brother is a pilot. It took him 40 years to get his pilot's license. Yeah, he's going to be 61. So yeah. But anyway, he's got a little Cessna 150. It's a 2-seater, dude. It's a tiny little plane. Well, it weighs like 1,200 pounds. Tiny little plane. But I got a hold of Walter from Safety Harbor Firearms and said, "Hey man, is there any small airports down there? Maybe." He's like, "I don't know, but got with my brother Scott and he's like, let me think about it." So I don't know. The last time my brother and I had a cool adventure, we rode our motorcycles from Northern Ohio to Aberdeen, Maryland. It was he had just got out of the Army. It was like just after Desert Storm was happening.
So where's Knob Creek?
Kentucky.
Isn't it in between Fort Knox and Louisville?
Yeah, it's right in that area. Yep.
That's probably why.
Where is it? Fort Knox?
It's north of Fort Knox, south of Louisville. Fort Knox, I think, is just a little south. I don't know. And the whole Fort Knox, I've been doing it for 50 years. Why would that matter? I don't know if it's insurance or I don't know. Maybe the people are just getting old.
No, it could be because of is there any nearby suburbs or cities next to it?
I don't think so.
No, I'm looking at the map.
Unless there's a complaint about some land issue, I don't see why it would be a problem.
Like I said, I don't know. I just heard last one. So, but I do know that it's a big gun show too. So, but yeah, I threw it at my brother. It's like, hey, You want to go on an adventure? I'll pay for the fuel in the plane. So he says, I don't know. Let me think about it. It's like, hey, it's not a month. It's like 3 weeks away, but okay. So we'll see. I don't know. All I know is if we go, I'm going to film the trip. I'm going to film while we're there. I'll video it. Nobody uses film anymore. Come on. Film is a
term.
Yes. Yeah. But yeah, I'll definitely capture some things. Let me put it that way. So why not? But I think it'd be cool. I've never been there. I don't know. I'd love to hang out for the nighttime. The night shoot is usually
tracer rounds.
Oh, dude, tracers, explosives, this, that, blah, blah. You better have earplugs and earmuffs. But I don't know if we fly down, it'll probably be early morning, stay, and probably fly back before that happens. It'd just be cool to go. You know what I mean? And I guess from where I'm at right now, it's under 400 miles. Actually, it's close to 350. Honestly, I think we could fly that in 3.5 hours. You see what I'm saying? Instead of driving it in how many hours? So
if anybody from Florida I knew was driving up to Knob Creek, then I could go. But other than that, I don't think I can go.
Yeah, I don't have any Florida buddies driving up that I know. Well,
wait, it's Flying Rich.
Walter's coming.
I don't know Walter. That's the problem.
Okay, well,
I don't know Walter, so unfortunately, I know of him. I don't know him enough to email or phone call.
Right.
Yeah. Flying Rich is out there. Apparently, we said his name too much, so he appeared.
Crashing Rich. Oh, sorry, Rich.
Hey, nice, Rick. I gotta ask you, why don't you like Tokarevs?
I just don't like how they look. They look like a bastardized 1911.
It's a miniaturized 1911. You should love them, man.
I don't like how they look. Okay,
it's a cool 1911. It's me and the
guy. I don't care. I don't want one.
Oh my god, man!
I would rather take the thing and put it in slag.
You're
don't want
it. As Arm Dave hating them.
I bought a 1911. If I wanted an antiquated gun, I bought a 1911. And you know what? Then I entered Travis P11's giveaway, and I got a free 1911. So, all I'm going to say is 45 ACP over 7.62 Tokarev.
Or 9mm version of it.
I'm just going to say the Tokarev is not a 1911. There's similarities, but it ain't a 1911.
It doesn't look... The Tokarev is an awful-looking gun. I don't want
It's
one.
a copy of a 1903, all right?
Yeah, I'll take a 1911 over it any day. So.
No, it's not, because the 1903 uses proper ammo. The Tokarev doesn't.
It's based off it, though, all right? That's what the Russians did.
That's what Russia... Russia did one thing, and one thing really good. They made an AK. Well, that was the Kale, but anyway... I didn't say they didn't make anything other, but that's one thing they did really good.
I mean, it's not a copy of a 1903, a Colt model 1903, because the Colt model 1903 actually looks aesthetically pleasing. The Tokarevs do not.
I
just think they're appealing. They look sexy to me, man. I don't know why you like them. It's a nice looking pistol. All right?
You just want me to get a Chinese one. Listen. Just because I have 3 Chinese rifles doesn't make me China Strike, because I've got 6 AR-15s. I got 6 fucking AR-15s that are made in the United States of America. So you know what? Suck it.
You say that, it's like, shit, I have a Chinese AK and a Chinese shotgun.
Gary's right. I'd rather get a Star BM if I wanted a 1911 that looked like the shot 9mm.
Hey, don't knock them Star BMs. They good pistols, but
they're great pot metal Spanish pistols.
That's right. I gotta ask you, have you shot a Tokarev?
No, and I don't want to.
I did, and I wasn't impressed.
Like his veggies, dude. Go back to the bandwagon.
I don't want a Tokarev. Take all your Tokarevs. Keep them. I don't care.
How do you like something if you don't even try it?
Because I don't want to.
Man, you're such a baby boomer.
A baby boomer?
I think I think
He's a
that's
millennial. What? No,
I,
he's
I,
well,
I think
actually
that's
you're
Armament
barely.
Axis, not me.
No,
You are Night Strike because you
He's
don't want
he's closer to a baby boomer than I am.
I
You
am
are
on the verge. Baby boomer was 65. I was 66. So yeah, okay.
You're close enough.
Yeah, you're not a baby boomer. You're more Generation X or millennial.
I'm sorry for
I'm
as far as
I'm
Toku's, he's a
on
baby
the
boomer.
older side of millennials. Honestly.
Right? Yeah. So you're Gen X. Yeah. Okay.
No, I'm like the old. It's like the first year of millennials. I think they say it's like 83. Unfortunately.
For once
whatever.
in your lifetime, Night Strike, just try a goddamn Tokarev.
For once in your lifetime, shove it.
Oh, ouch! Don't put it in your prison wallet. Oh, oh.
No, put it in your other wallet.
Oh. No, I have fired a Tokarov. It was like, I'm not impressed. Whatever.
Hey, Night Strike, since you own an SKS, you're forgetting who invented the SKS. That same person, Samir Tokarev.
No, Simonov
Tokarev. It was the same inventor that did the SVT 40.
No, it's Sergei Gavrilovich Simonov. He made this SKS. I don't know if he did the Tokarev because I don't think he did because it was. Let's see projects.
I'm just telling you, man. You're missing
No,
out.
he only did rifles. He didn't do the Tokarev.
The nice thing about Tokarev, you can pocket carry it.
Well, good. You can prison carry it. You can have your drone drop it off to you in prison. Fedor Tokarev invented the Tokarev.
Hey, this is off topic, but man, I've seen some stories about women prison carrying pistols, and we're talking in the hoochie, and I'm like, they get caught, of course, because they fucking. I'm like, how the what? You stuck that what? Oh, never mind.
Yeah, I don't want to know. I don't.
Yeah,
want to know.
right. It's like, no, nasty.
What? They shove it up their keister?
No, they
nope,
shove
the
it
other
in
way.
Shove it in their female thing.
Yeah. Okay, we're done here.
Yeah.
Okay.
Exactly.
On that note, we're done. We'll see you guys later. This was a miss. I know it was a miss. I'm sorry, guys. We'll try better next week. It's just the GunTube
I killed it, didn't I? It just killed everything, didn't I?
Gizzard Gary says Coochie Carry in 1911. Probably.
Coochie, there you go. Coochie. Good one, Gary.
Gary, you sometimes you come up with zingers, and that one's one right there.
That was a good one, Gary.
Yep. Speaking of Gizzard Gary, #bird is the word.
Well, a bird is a word.
# give him the bird.
Thinking of Peter Griffin in the record that they couldn't destroy.
No.
Final words of wisdom.
Final words of wisdom.
Chinese Tokarev you need.
Final words of wisdom: be good, but carry a big stick. Do the best you can in life, and truck on and stay armed.
Final words of wisdom: shit happens. Shall not be infringed, and get over it.
Yep.
China Strike.
Hold on, I gotta kick someone out of the chat.
No. Don't you dare. Don't you dare censorship.
Censorship.
Hey, I said this was a Night Strike dictatorship, not a democracy, not a republic.
I mean, China Strike dictatorship.
All right. As always, thank you all for listening. This was hit or miss. This was a miss.
Hey, I had fun. Thanks.
Good night. Good night, folks.
Good night, folks. Y'all come back now here.
Peace to all. Stay 2A strong.
Remember, it's the green button.
George, when did you get here?
Dude, I've been here for like 10 minutes.